Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention. Overruled.
Wind knows me. Time to go.
These are just outrageous.
This is more than a fair price already.
Prices like these are just outrageous.
This is more than a fair price already.
Fateful offering. Time to go.
Hey, Wilma! We're here to visit. Yeah, boxes piled up everywhere. Some of them opened up. Look, Wilma's over there talking to a weasel thief.
Be that as it may, we don't have any urgent excavation work for you at the moment, so please... That's a good child.
That's the weasel thief from last time, right? What was Llama saying?
Hello there, traveler, Paimon. Welcome to the library. Is there anything I can help you with? No. I was just giving the little one a bit of a... It's passion for treasure hunting has only grown since we retrieved the lunar semblance. I keep repeating that we now have more than enough documents and relics in our library to occupy our research. But alas... Yes, but it doesn't quite understand what constitutes a relic. It has at least promised me that it won't go digging around again. But there's already a big backlog of items from previous digs. Sorry, you two. I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you on your sightseeing today. Now then.
Now where in the world did I put that book?
Take it easy.
Oh. Baiju wasn't in his shop.
Oh,
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do?
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days. He has these huge dark circles, and he keeps spacing out. You have to call his name several times before he snaps.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health...
Okay, Paimon does not like that.
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is... Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level should... Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non...
Huh? What do you mean, non...
Curses, dark magic. It's hard. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues... In the meantime...
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even... Well, all we just get some... Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already after a cut. What? Nope, nothing there. Okay, don't... What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere. Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning. Then it's... or...
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along...
Ah! What the... Wait, right! The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmean Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus-pocus?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, of course. We make this one in-house. It's not...
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tiger fish.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion.
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has a... Yeah, Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Childs told us...
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
What I saw was a dark space shrouded...
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Gwaley Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me.
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right...
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember?
You sure? I could have sworn there...
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the... Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that more... Oh, this whole situation... rift. Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Let's...
Laid bare. Into the wind.
Busted.
So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah. What?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark together. These remnants form what you call god remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can we please get back on track?
Okay. Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of...
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing. And it doesn't just disappear. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains. But of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remain. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things. And you...
so...
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncover...
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the Primordial Sea. So cool. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is... Paimon's got it! Frosty the Lavender Melon! Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So... This is way bigger than Paimon expected.
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the...
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that.
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here is... Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to the thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just an... I'll respect your opinion though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigation. With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my...
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding. Like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial art? Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him...
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills, and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly... So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. The last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn.
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, You'll have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet. There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka. Yeah, we've met sword masters like you in every... You sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in handy.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations.
Wait, is that... Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves. Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to an...
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different that teaching you there are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor, that's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Yeah. Propagate!
Oh, this is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Yeah. 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 Scatter! Yeah. 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 Propagate!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
Scatter! Propagate! Scatter! Propagate! This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their... Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is...
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real progress.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah, meanwhile Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so—
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so Sometimes, you have to practice a single movement 1,000,000, maybe 10,000,000 times before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process. The most important—
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to—
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you—
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at— Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the—
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go.
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold. I'm talking. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer is gonna be hungry when she gets back.
The stars shimmer mountains as far as... I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet... I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to... But for now, I'm starving.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming! Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Where?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth.
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No...
Rest assured, sir. We have enough...
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're to prevent them from making some kind of last stand. We're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squad.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be... Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared...
Skirk, you're all right?
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe.
What happened? You're bleeding.
This is the place. Alert all units.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can. Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but my clever girl.
Whenever you miss us, just play. Remember, life is a...
Break down the door! You! Stop singing! Shut it!
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, this time, the focus is elemental energy. Come.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd, well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna...
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into the first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These two forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply just thinking out loud. Let's focus. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can. Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Disappear!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that. You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world, so be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Get some rest. When you wake up,
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your—
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep—
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. After all, bones can always be reset. Good, Skirk. Once again, you—
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond, but you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak. And get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend what is broken.
Yes, Master. got some good... Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you... So, wanna head over now?
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. That reminds me.
Hey, no fair! That's...
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. But only if you live to tell the tale. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me, but you don't. You can choose your own. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Go! Yeah! Go! Water jet! Go! 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 Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell you that's to be expected. There's a limit to how... Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. You managed to push past your limits, which is a...
is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she?
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever.
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then...
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run, Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying... you hail from beneath the earth, as the Conrian saying goes. Venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same, in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue! Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook! So, Paimon decided she can forget the whole Ice Queen thing.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after.
So full. Okay, it's Ron's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to...
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask. You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity.
Are you?
Okay, not the angle I was expecting.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier, but while we were dreaming...
I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some reason. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask... No, I'm not from Tevat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
Like me? Do you mean...
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it.
What is your goal in coming here?
To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But to do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along... Okay. You have...
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, your last question...
You know Child is looking for you, right?
Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. Wake up your companion. It's time. Oh, and everything I just told you. Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It'll take us to where he's hiding. Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory.
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
All right.
You. Come on, you got this.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hide? Ugh! This fog is making it impossible to see any—
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Our opponent must—
hold on! Look! The spikes are—
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. If you're too reckless, we might be— Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. If we're smart about— the start. The attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
You alright? That thing was...
There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this enemy. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been, namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in hand. Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back. I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to end. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring... Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone. Which leaves one possibility. You know my
Foul. Who dares call him foul? Snooty. Fertile.
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're
just a little longer.
Look, it's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse!
Yeah.
So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions only get you so far. I needed to verify it for myself.
We should be safe here.
I no longer sense his presence. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it has an instinct to
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed up, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time. Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because—
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get—
But what if that monster finds you before you— Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without— So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk would—
Take it easy.
Huh. This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora and— Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something— I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountain.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little—
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
misspoke. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now. You held the Traveler in a...
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some...
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain...
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just... whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come... Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze.
Run, Skirk.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk? Have you...
About 60%.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple...
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short. Now, I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake? Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Breakfast! That's it! Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as this isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space. Actually, it's my. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess I'd call it fate if you want. I think that's the word they use in this world for lucky coincidences. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. So, what's your impression? Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So, this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions. Flow, but as you can see, this river, and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was.
You must learn.
This isn't my first taste of failure, or...
The answer to one mystery invites another question. Let's follow the river upstream. There... I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors. You both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, seems like you've answered your own question. Skirks...
Now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forward, no one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the Abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear. So deep, it can be felt in the bone. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood.
that is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point. Of course! As a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertolo, the scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertalo.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears.
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you,
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she knew was grueling. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate. We're near. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk. What a simple and carefree time. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious. There was so much. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked were Skirk's parents. No one had any idea. Skirk had skipped school that day. Countless people, their lives were discarded. If Sertalogy hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life. Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant, further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat, and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called. And senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they... If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my greatest wish over all.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in all those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's your existence makes me weak. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and
That is the problem. I want on the grand scale of the entire universe. Maybe our are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let...
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal?
Finally, we get to the important part. That is the only...
And look around. Look at you cast aside your dream capacity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so...
And do you think that means I should seek help from a weak little...
Your emotional self isn't weak. The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face...
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right... To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over... But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt...
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death.
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad dancing water. Said, I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But... I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift.
Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memory. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new, but that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier, yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because, although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything. I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said, I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me?
Because if we want to build the world we both want to see, if we all do our part, we can make the entire...
Oh, you're finally awake. Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious
All right, it's about time we finished.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going... The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time.
Follow the wind.
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How, really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that work?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as... To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered...
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us.
Water jet!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Water jet! Water jet! Go!
Extinguish! Jet power!
Water jet!
Mine to wield. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw such power, such king.
Skirk, certainly.
How long has it been? How long?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But...
Hundreds of years?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to...
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The stories... I was born into a noble family in I trained the sword. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became... We were similar, yet he always wore a smile on his face.
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something when I was... But... somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing after his grand endeavor was successful.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I've just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather...
All I can do is try. After all...
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match...
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear...
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well...
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds...
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you were serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi.
Your heart? That sounds like torture!
Because, of course, I bear the...
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel? Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you...
You're right. I should have known better, but... I had already pushed myself to my limits. I miss your master. I miss the days...
After the beating we just gave you, I...
Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force. We're like mountain climbers in the dark.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now. I could feel joy, and it was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth.
Interesting. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy.
Exactly. I think one where his opponent forces him to use all his... After which, all can come to an end. For that very reason, good and evil are meaning...
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps... What a battle that would be. Oh.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. Sir Deloji once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you.
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, but it will be a time-consuming and painful.
I accept. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though, I know it'll be a long and arduous route if we are climbers in the dark. At least, it looks like you are not alone on...
I will reach the top of this mountain. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness. At the end of...
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. Once again, wow, today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The star...
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole has been returned.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky, the false stars, hanging in the meticulously... It's not real. And yet... it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of time marches ever forward. Though we gaze upon a false sky...
Oh, this is all going over Paimon's head. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things... If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if we've met so many amazing friends and accomplished...
I suppose when it comes to you, Annie... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get... I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe... Regardless... reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that, at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, one without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom. Even for this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me.
Just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wami...